Hi and welcome to this Herbalife Opportunity webinar. My name's Matthew Barraclough. I'm a millionaire team member with Herbalife and I'm going to be your host for the next 40 minutes or so to take you through this Herbalife presentation. As I said, it's going to take 45 minutes and we're going to cover 5 things. The realizations of the problems around us, our company Herbalife International, the products which really are the star of the show, because without incredible products that people get fantastic results with, then there is no business opportunity to share with you right now. Number 4, how we make an extra £500 to £1,500 a month around whatever your current commitments are. And number 5, your options. And it's really important that you understand at this stage that one of the options at the end of this presentation is to do nothing. If you don't like what you see, don't think it's for you, then there's no pressure. This really is about giving you the information you need to make an informed decision for yourself to move forward. So as it says, sit back, relax, enjoy. You may want to take down a few notes, a few questions as we go through, and go back to the person who invited you to watch this presentation, and they'll be able to answer all of those for you. So who's watching this presentation? People get given this presentation for lots of different reasons. We have product users, people who were customers, they got really great results, and because now they have the belief in the products, they want to have a look at the business opportunity. Friends and family of current distributors, have maybe seen a change in them, a change in their circumstances, a change in their physical appearance, and now intrigued to learn more about the business. People who want to make an extra £500 to £1,500 a month, which, let's face it, is a lot of people right now with the state of the economy in this country and in many countries around the world. And last but not least, career-minded people looking for a change of career, to run their own business, have more freedom of time, maybe found themselves in a job or career that they don't particularly enjoy, maybe not everything it's cracked up to be, maybe working with people they don't like, for people they don't like, for an income they don't like. Okay, but whatever the reason is that you're sitting here watching this now, hopefully you'll find it interesting and maybe find something in it that will encourage you to join us and start your own Herbalife business. But getting on with the presentation, number 1, the realizations of the problems around us. We break this into 2 parts, health and financial. On the health side of things, it's obvious that as a nation, our health is in decline. We're less active than we have been in the past. Our jobs are less labor intensive. Lots of people these days, their job involves them sitting at the computer screen all day long or behind the wheel of a car. Many of us, if we're honest, are guilty of using the car when we could walk. We tend to have less time these days, less time to prepare healthy meals, and the increase in convenient, fast and processed food surrounds us all. And last but not least, our food sources are of a lower quality. Vitamins and minerals depleting from our food sources, and the amount of chemicals that they're putting on them to keep them fresher for longer means that it has an undue stress on our bodies and the ability for it to look after itself. And all these things come together to create an obesity epidemic that's set to double in the next few years. Obesity doubles your risk of a premature death. And the sad truth is 50% of the adults in the UK are overweight, and actually 20%, if you read some of the newspapers and some of the TV programs, up to 25% of the adults in the UK and Ireland right now are obese. Okay, did you know that poor nutrition is a marker for 70% of all diseases? And over 70% of visits to the doctor are directly linked to bad nutritional habits. So that means 7 out of 10 people sitting in the doctor's waiting room today are there because of what they choose to eat on a daily basis. If they just made better choices through education, support, then they wouldn't need to be there in the first place. On the financial side of things, we talk about the 3 R's, the first one being recession. We're facing the worst recession in a long, long time. They expect it to last for over a decade. They talked about recession and a double dip recession, now a triple dip recession. They expect it to get worse before it gets better. And with recession comes falling house prices, problems obtaining credit and mortgages, cancelled wage increases, and of course job losses, which is the second R, redundancies. In the last few months alone, over 97,000 people have lost their jobs. Big names like Virgin Media. Growing up, the thought of there not being a Woolworths on the high street was horrific, but Woolworths is gone. Chorus, BT, the one down the bottom there, Pfizer. Well, Pfizer is the creator of Viagra. You would imagine the creators of Viagra would be doing okay, but they've just laid off 2,500 people. And it says there, 2/3 of people know someone who's been made redundant. You probably do. Maybe you fear or have been made redundant yourself, and that's why you're watching this presentation. And last but not least, when people lose their jobs, often sadly, they can lose their homes to repossession too. It was actually a combination of recession and redundancies and repossessions that led myself and my family to Herbalife almost 18 years ago. We lost absolutely everything. Herbalife came along a little bit late for us, but we lost our home in 2012. 40,000 people did. In 2013, it was actually up 12%. And the truth is, for most people, just an extra £500 a month would prevent them from having to go through that experience. And having been through it myself, it really is an experience that um, I really wish most people don't have to go through. So that's why I'm so passionate about this business, so passionate about helping people get started and make those extra two, three, four, £500 a month more if they want, so they can avoid any problems like that. So it's true. We live in a difficult time. These are common problems, they're very real, and they affect us all, or certainly people we know. I promise you that's as depressing as this presentation gets. It's not much fun talking about those things. I'm sure it's not much fun to listen to, but we want you to understand, we appreciate and understand where a lot of people are when they start considering opportunities like Herbalife. And, I can relate to it personally. It's where we were, it's where a lot of people are. And with a little bit of hard work and understanding, then maybe Herbalife can help you with some of those problems. Okay, number two, our company, the facts. Herbalife's been around since 1980, founded by a gentleman called Mark Hughes. You can see there on the left-hand side of your screen. We're now represented, tested and improved in 95 countries around the world. Over 100 million people start their day every single day with one of our Herbalife nutrition shakes. And we're very proud to say we're the world's leading wellness and nutrition company. Here you can see the growth of the company in the last 30 years. In 1980, first year in business, a $2 million company. By 1996, 1.2 billion. Took 16 years to grow to a $1.2 billion a year company. 2011, $5.4 billion. 2012 was $6.6 billion in a time of worldwide recession where big companies are struggling and going out of business. Herbalife is breaking all sorts of records, and we're just going from strength to strength. Some of that is due to our incredible leadership in the company. This is our Chief Executive Officer, Michael O. Johnson. Before he came to Herbalife, he was with Walt Disney for 17 years, responsible for a lot of the home entertainment, the DVDs, the theme parks, and all the rest of that. He was behind all of that. And he came to Herbalife with the same mission for our products as he did for Disney, which is to make sure everybody in the world knows about us, and to make sure there's a Herbalife product in every household in the Western world. And we're certainly moving towards it. We've got a long, long way to go yet, a lot of people to help, but with his guidance and our products, then we're getting closer every single day. And another thing about Herbalife, something that we're very proud of, is giving back to the community. We have our very own charity called the Herbalife Family Foundation. And really, it's a case of the Herbalife staff all around the world and our distributors committed to making our communities better places to live and work. It was the first Casa Herbalife was created in Rio de Janeiro, an orphanage there in 1998. Today, the Casa Herbalife programs provide over £5 million worth of funding and volunteer assistance to more than 90 organisations worldwide. In 2013, these funds helped to feed 81,000 children in over 50 countries on a daily basis, something we're very, very proud of. Okay, our company, the products, as I said, the products really are the star of the show. They're what make everything work. And of course, behind great products are great doctors and great scientists. Some of the leading doctors and scientists in human nutrition on the face of the planet. You can go away and Google them for yourself. The one we will mention is the second from the right there, Dr. Louis Ignaro, PhD. He's got a Nobel laureate in medicine. We're one of the few companies in our industry to have a Nobel laureate on our medical advisory board. So you can rest assured that the products are safe and backed by the most up-to-date science. And of course, behind them, we have independent clinical studies. Not the huge majority of products and nutritional supplements out there have no independent studies to say that what the label says they will do, they will do. What Herbalife did is they took our products to three of the leading universities on three different continents, and all three of them came back and said the same thing. The way we work, uh, meal replacements, high protein, combined with a healthy, active lifestyle, is a effective and good way for people to lose weight, both in the short term but in the long term too. Okay, we're often misunderstood as a weight loss company. Of course, it's a huge market for us simply because of the problems the modern world is facing with people being overweight and obesity. But we have products for absolutely everything: energy and fitness, healthy heart, digestive health, incredible skincare products. And we really break them down into four main areas: intelligent core nutrition for everyday nutrition, targeted nutrition to help with different areas, skin and hair care, and then energy and fitness. With the core nutrition, obviously, we have hundreds of products. We can't share them all with you on this presentation. We'll just take you through a few of the core ones. And the core nutrition is made up of three products, and these three products alone help someone achieve 100% of their vitamin and mineral RDAs. Okay, three products: Formula One, Formula Two, and Fiber and Herb. Formula One is our shake products. It really is our flagship product, the one that we're most well known for. We call it our food. It's very filling. It combines soy protein and carbohydrates to help you stay fuller for longer and keep your energy levels high. So a lot of people, when they go on a diet because they want to lose weight, often they start restricting different things that they like. They're not getting enough calories, they're not getting enough macronutrients, so they're hungry, they're tired, and therefore, it never works for them. With our customers, the way we support them and the nutritional balance of the products, we hope that our customers don't have those issues. Scientifically proven. I shared with you the independent studies. Nutritious, absolutely jam-packed of vitamins and minerals to help someone achieve a balanced diet. Calorie controlled. We are a nation, a world of calorie counters. So all of this nutrition in a shake and only 220 calories. And it comes in 8 different flavors: vanilla, tropical fruit, cookies and cream, chocolate, strawberry, cappuccino, toffee, apple and cinnamon, and limited edition mint choc chip, which isn't limited edition anymore. It's a permanent feature, which we're very happy about. So this isn't one of those products where you pop the can and drink it and you have to kind of like it or lump it. We've got all these different flavors. You can make it with fruit juice, with soya milk, with almond milk, with rice milk, with water. You can mix it with yogurt. It's incredibly versatile. It tastes amazing, and it's why we're very pleased to say we're the #1 meal replacement on the face of the planet. Okay. We also have a free from shake which contains no soy, no lactose, and no gluten. More and more people these days have intolerance to these sort of things, so we have a free from version so we can work with just about everybody. And as I said, it's so popular it makes us the world's #1 meal replacement shake. Okay. To go with the shake, obviously shakes aren't always the most convenient thing in the world to have if you're out and about traveling. What we do have is the express bars, the same nutrition as the shake but in a handy meal bar format, and high in fiber and protein, only 207 calories, low GI, suitable for vegetarians, and it comes in 2 flavors: chocolate and berry. And one bit of advice I will give you: if all you do on the back of this presentation is go back to the person who shared it with you and ask them to try one of these chocolate Formula One Express bars, then the chances are you will become a customer with Herbalife, because for my money, nothing that tastes that good should be good for you, but it is. They're absolutely delicious. Just try one for yourself and you'll begin to understand. This is to give you an idea of the levels of nutrition that are just in one shake here. Here we've got a strawberry shake made with ice cold semi-skimmed milk. Tastes incredible. And in this shake alone, you've got more vitamin A than a mango, more fiber than 50 grams of broccoli, more iron than 115 grams of beans, more calcium than 200 grams of yogurt, more vitamin C than a banana, and more protein than a 62-gram chicken thigh. To buy all those things would be expensive. You have to keep them fresh. You'd have to be going regularly. It takes some time to prepare. Or you can grab a strawberry Formula One, 250 ml of ice cold milk in the blender, 20 seconds, tastes amazing, all that nutrition, job done. Okay, when you combine the Formula 1 with our Formula 2 multivitamin and our fiber and herb tablets, and we put that in there because, as it says, research suggests that 80% of people don't have enough fiber in their diet, at least 24 grams. When you bring all those things together, then people are getting 100% of their RDAs. It's perfect nutrition for everybody. It's a complete meal, easy to do, and cheaper than food. Okay, and while we're talking about supplements here, we want to talk some myths busters, because a lot of people think that all multivitamins must be the same, and they're not. There's three different grades of supplements. You have feed grade, which meets standards for animal consumption, food grade, which they say is good enough for human consumption, and then pharmaceutical grade, which really is the best you can get. And the huge majority of supplements that are out there on your supermarket shelves are often food grade. Okay, they're often quite cheap, mainly because they contain low quality ingredients, and they're allowed to contain up to 30% impurities, fillers, and binders. Okay, fillers and binders don't hinder the absorption of all the good stuff that is in there, and also the fillers and binders don't have to be listed on the label. Okay, so it's then not that they're bad for you, but you have to understand when you buy a food grade supplement that is what you're getting. Okay, pharmaceutical grade, and only a very small percent of supplement companies produce products to this standard, Herbalife is one of them, then the ingredients must be in excess of 99% purity and cannot contain any binders or fillers. Okay, so not only are you getting a much higher percentage of the vitamins and minerals, but your body's also able to absorb them because there's no binders and fillers in there to prevent it. Okay, here's a comparison of our core nutrition to maybe what some people have. You know, maybe not you, but maybe some people you work with in your office or people you see would have for lunch. Okay, we have our core nutrition chocolate shake there with our multivitamins and our fiber and herb, just 217 calories compared to 780 in the sandwich, bottle of Coke, and packet of crisps. Yes, there's a bit more protein in the sandwich, but you have to balance it against everything. We have less sugar, far less fat, far less saturated fat, and a lot less salt too. On just that one meal alone, you're saving a lot of kind of rubbish that you don't need to be putting in your body. But if you was to replace just one meal a day for a year, okay, the calorie saving alone is over 205,000 calories. That's the equivalent of 366 hours on a treadmill a day, 1 hour a day. Now, I don't know how attached you are to your treadmill. Maybe you struggle to maintain your weight. Maybe you'd like to lose a little bit of weight. Replacing just one meal a day is going to help. Okay, it's also 1.5 kilograms of sugar you're not putting in your body, 7 kilograms, that's 1 stone of fat, and 400 grams of salt that you're not taking in either. Okay, we just want to show you some testimonials. I wish we could have lots of live testimonials on here, because really that they prove to you that everything that we're saying is true. But we'll just read you the disclaimer here. Herbalife nutritional products are intended solely for the purpose of supplementing a person's diet and providing nutritional support for the body's natural processes. Herbalife products are not intended to prevent, diagnose, determine, treat, alleviate, or cure any disease, illness, medical condition, or medical disorder of any type whatsoever. What we're saying there is that the products aren't the miracle. The body is the miracle. And when you feed the body bad things, then it tends to react in bad ways. And when you start giving the body great nutrition, it tends to react in great ways. Okay, so here's some of our friends and colleagues. This is a good friend of mine, Pat. We met on a holiday in Spain. This is what he looked like when I met him. He became a customer. He went on to become a distributor too. This is what Pat looks like today. This is actually the same shirt he's wearing in both pictures. His buttons just don't have to work so hard anymore to keep him all in. Did an incredible job. This is Wendy, again, another distributor. Went on holiday, hid from the camera a bit, wasn't too happy, came home, decided to do something about it. Now looks absolutely fabulous. Great job, Wendy. Good friend of mine, Toby, was in the Marines, always in good shape. Didn't think he could get in any better shape, so just carried doing exactly the same training he's always done. Changed his nutrition. His body fat came down by 4%, and all of a sudden he had lumps and bumps and abs and everything going on. This is Sarah Robinson, a distributor in my team, and has lost over 8 stone. Obviously, this was over a prolonged period of time. She was very committed to go with the physical dramatic physical changes that she's had, and the changes in her confidence and self belief is absolutely amazing. Absolutely changed her life. Lost 28% body fat, dropped dress sizes, loads of dress sizes, loads of inches all over her body. A whole new woman. Done an incredible job. Good friend of mine, Clinton, he took the products to prove to me that they wouldn't work. Look what happened to him. He was always a big lad, always in the gym, but for the first time in his life, he's got abs, and all he did was change his nutrition. And last but not least, good friend Sarah Jane Jones. You know, for some people, Herbalife helps them just lose a little bit of weight and feel a little bit better about themselves. For other people, it's completely life changing. Sarah lost 20 stone. Okay, not all with Herbalife, but the huge majority of it with Herbalife, and absolutely changed her life. Okay, possibly saved her life, and is a walking embodiment of just what can be achieved with the right guidance, the right support, in this case, the right products and the right education. Great job, Sarah. So, as I said, we're not all about weight loss. We have an incredible range of targeted nutrition for healthy heart, digestion, aging, men's health, women's health. Incredible skincare range, from daily skincare to masks, to anti-aging, fragrances, hair care, skin revitalizers, everything you can imagine. Herbalife has a product for it. And last but not least, energy and fitness products to help us fuel, refuel, repair, and recover. It says just launched here, but we've had it a little while now. An incredible Herbalife 24 range for the elite athletes, the professional athletes. And ever since we had that range, we've been attracting some big names in sports from all around the world. We have global sports sponsorships. We work with leading athletes and teams all over the world. You can visit for yourself herbalifesports.com, and you'll see the 70, 80, 90 athletes we work with, the 30 or 40 professional teams that we work with all around the world. And right now it's more appropriate than ever, but Cristiano Ronaldo, who's just been voted World Footballer of the Year, won the Ballon d'Or for the second time. And, we're very proud to fuel Cristiano. He loves the products, and we're proud to say, we're the global nutrition partner for him. And, if it's good enough for him, then it's good enough for anybody listening to this presentation and any sports people you know. Here in the UK, we work with Reading Football Club, Sussex Cricket Club. Rachel Cadman here is the only woman ever to complete the Arch to Arc. That's where you run 87 miles from London to Dover, swim the English Channel, and then cycle 181 miles from Calais to Paris. Okay, if it's good enough for Rachel doing all of that, whole training and successful attempt was fueled by Herbalife products. If it's good enough for her, it's good enough for all of us. Okay, and when you have all of this, when you have a company that's been around for so long, with incredible products that people get incredible results with, now more and more high or well-known athletes are using the products. When you have all of that, obviously then there's a business opportunity where you can make, initially for most people, just want to make a little bit of extra income. And that's what we come on into now, how to make an extra £500 to £1,500 a month around your current circumstances. Okay, these are the Herbalife profit levels. You can think of this a bit like a career ladder. Okay, everybody who joins as a distributor at 25. And then with the help of the person introduce you, the team, the Herbalife, the trainings and events online and offline, then, we teach you how to move up the scale, to get your promotions regularly, to become a senior consultant in Herbalife, to get a 10% pay rise. It's really just a case of finding and looking after 4 or 5 customers. Success Builder Qualified Producer, it's 10 or 15 customers. These levels are permanent. Once you reach there, you stay there. A supervisor, if you had 10 or 15 customers over a 3 or 4 or 5 month period, then you could become a supervisor with Herbalife, earning maximum 50% profit on every single sale. Okay, here's our standard weight management program with the Formula One, usually with a vanilla and another flavor too, so people can keep it interesting. The multivitamins, the fiber and herbs, and our special herbal tea as well, which helps support the weight loss process. It retails for £107.10. And when you break that down, £107.10, bearing in mind we're providing 2 meals a day for a month. Okay, it's £5.10 a day. It's £2.55 a meal. And again, if you compare that back to what a lot of people are having for lunch right now, the total cost of that kind of garage lunch would be £4.19. Where I don't think you can get it for £4.19 these days, to be honest. But the Herbalife weight management program per meal is £2.55. Again, replacing just one meal a day over the year, you and your clients would save almost £600 a year. If there was two people in the family on this, it's £1,200 a year. For a lot of people, that's a couple of months' mortgage maybe. Or maybe the money you save will go towards a holiday or a new car or whatever it is for you, not forgetting the 205,000 calories you'd save as well. The profits on this program, a distributor to £19.30, senior consultant £28, success builder qualified producer £35, and as a supervisor, the profit on that one program is just a little over £42. The job of the support structure around you is to help you find and keep 25 customers. Now, people don't do this in their first month generally, although some do. Maybe you find 2 or 3 in your first month, another 4 or 5 in your second month as you gain confidence. You keep them, you look after them, they reorder, and you work your way over 2, 3, 5, 6, 12 months up to 25 sales a month. It's just less than one a day. And if you did that, you'd be a supervisor with Herbalife earning a little over £1,000 a month retail profit. You can do that part-time around whatever your current circumstances are. Obviously, the busier you are, if you have children and a full-time job and other things going on, it can take a little bit longer. Okay, if you're full-time, maybe you can achieve it a little bit quicker. And then the bigger picture, because yes, a lot of people join Herbalife to make a small additional income, 1, 2, 3, £500 a month. Once you're making 500, you can see 1,000, and then maybe people notice that you're making extra money. They want to join the team, and then the bigger incomes are available. Okay, the incomes that we're going to show you now, they're only applicable. Any income I talk about is applicable to me. Your success in Herbalife is entirely down to your willingness to work and your willingness to learn the business. So I showed you the initial career ladder. This is the larger career ladder in Herbalife. Everybody starts as a distributor. The average income as a distributor, anything from £250 to £500 a month, up to supervisor, £750 to £1,500, and then above that, this is where people may consider start becoming more full-time with Herbalife. Although there's a lot of part-time global expansion team members and millionaire team members, and you can see there the incomes get bigger. Their averages for the levels that they represent. And what we want to show you is just an example of a world team business, an example of a global expansion team business, an example of a millionaire team business, just to give you an idea of the numbers involved in building a team to achieve those levels. World team, this is 7 supervisors in your team, all with 25 customers each. So that's 175 people on a monthly basis being helped by Herbalife products and by the coaching and support they receive from their distributors. The turnover on that, as an example, a £90 program. Now, the program we showed you previously was £107. We're just lowballing this because we want everything to be realistic. The turnover would be just short of 16,000. You would get paid a 5% royalty of 787. Our royalties are paid to us on our team turnover on the 16th of every month. Okay, of course, you have your own 25 customers making your own £1,000 retail. As a part-time business, that would pay you just short of £1,800 a month, over £21,000 for the year. Now, most people listening to this right now, in order to get a £21,000 pay rise in your job, something fairly dramatic would have to happen. But if you think that you could find and look after a few customers and teach people to find and look after a few customers, you could become a world team member with Herbalife, and that's the sort of income you could expect. Global expansion team, it's the same sort of thing, just twice the numbers, 14 supervisors with 25 customers each. Turnover 31,500, the royalty 1,575. At this level, you start getting a 2% bonus, which comes on the 19th of the month, of 630, plus your retail profit. It's just short of £40,000 a year. at this level, people seriously considering going full time, giving up their job because they're matching it with their Herbalife business. And Millionaire Team, this is the level I'm currently at. This is 40 supervisors, 39 supervisors. So not 3,900 or even 390. It's just 40 serious people, all got their own 25 customers, all making a minimum of £1,000 a month each. It's 1,000 people almost being helped by Herbalife products and the support of Herbalife distributors. 87,000 turnover. Your royalty alone is 4,387 to be exact. The bonus on the 19th is 3,500. Of course, you've got your own retail. It's a six-figure income, right? For starting a little part-time business. Now, you don't have to see this now. You don't have to understand this now. When I got started building my Herbalife business, I couldn't see myself being a Millionaire Team member. I just wanted to make an extra £300 or £400 a month so that I didn't have to do my current job, which is washing dishes in my local pub. So I couldn't see it, but as time has gone on and the team grew, then this sort of income, and it's been absolutely life changing. Just 2 years ago, I was in £50,000 worth of debt. I didn't know how to pay it off. I couldn't keep up with the repayments. The money I was paying was actually just paying the interest on all the money I owed, and I didn't know what I was going to do. Thanks to my Herbalife business, I'm now entirely debt free. I'm doing things that I've never been able to do. I bought my mum a car. I'm looking to buy my mum a house. Traveling the world today, just 2.5 years later, things are very, very different from how it was back then. Okay. I like to address this when we do our presentation, this pyramid scheme thing, because people see that, they see the numbers and go, well, it must be illegal. It must be one of those pyramid scheme things, right? You have to understand pyramid schemes have been illegal in this country and the whole of the modern world for the last 30 years. In a pyramid scheme, there's no product. In a pyramid scheme, there's no service. All we've talked about for the last 35, 40 minutes is our product, our service, and how we help people. And in a pyramid scheme, you get paid when people join. Okay, the person who invited you to look at this presentation, they don't earn a penny if or when you decide to become a distributor with Herbalife. The only way we can make money from introducing people to this opportunity is by teaching them to put money in their pocket for themselves. When you become successful in your own right with your own customers who are ordering and reordering, you're making retail profit. That's when Herbalife pay the person who introduced you commissions and bonuses for helping you to become successful. So bear in mind, the person introduced you has got a vested interest, not in getting you to join. They have a vested interest in helping you to become successful with this company. And that leads us on to your options, number 5. As I said, if you don't like the presentation, don't like the sound of my voice, don't believe it can be true, then do nothing. I sincerely hope you find the right opportunity for you. If you want to move forward, then you've got a couple of choices. You can become a customer, build your own testimonial and product belief, experience what it's like to be a Herbalife client, and understand the service that we provide. The other option you have is to become a distributor. You can do it part-time, you can do it full-time. You be your own boss, choose your own hours, be appreciated, make a difference, design a life, have less stress, more freedom, and more opportunities. All the things that we'd like to have, you can do it with Herbalife. And the catch for those of you who are looking for one, to get started with Herbalife, to start your business, is going to cost £40 or £92. There's 2 different options. The only difference is how much product you get in your starter pack, your international business pack. For that money, you're going to get product or products, your basic training materials, your license to trade in every country that we're opening in. So if you've got family or friends abroad, then you can still distribute to them. Every country has its local distribution center. You can just ship it directly to them. And of course, for that money, you also get your immediate 25% discount on the entire Herbalife product range. Okay, so I sincerely thank you for listening. I'd encourage you to contact the person who invited you to watch this presentation, get all of your questions asked, and I hope to meet you at an Herbalife event real soon. Good luck.